should be live now. And Planet Coaster Wind Valley Park, episode 55 now. Members only stream. It will be live to everyone shortly after. But for the live section, it's members only. So we're going to get right into this as we work on the American Dreamland section of the park, the brand new area that is coming soon. So I don't know if we probably won't get this done today, but we'll probably get this done in the next episode, maybe, is kind of like what I'm expecting as of right now. So yeah, this year is basically we're going to be working on a lot more details. We got like all the rides and stuff that we want to do. It's just more of working on a lot of the small details and stuff like that. So that is what we're going to be focused on today. I'm going to go ahead and start recording. I'm going to make sure the recording works. It's always definitely a good idea to start testing these to make sure everything is working all right. So what's up, Coaster Gnome? Welcome. F9. Good. Let's go check that footage to make sure it turned out okay. Videos, recordings should be right there. Wait, no. Under Planet Coaster, which makes sense. There it is. I don't think I have my microphone turned on. Just something I need to do. The footage itself looks good though, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. I'm actually gonna delete a lot of this footage that we already have, because we're going to delete a lot of old, basically we're going to delete a lot of old footage to free up a lot of space on my PC, because these can take up a lot of space. So stuff that I'm not using, we can get rid of, basically. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, the frog hopper. It'd probably be a good idea, right? I think it probably would be, and it wouldn't be too hard to implement. It's really small, so let's see, videos. That way we can have a lot of small children rides in here, which I think would be a good idea. All right, PC. All right, yeah, we got 188 gigs. We're good. Let me turn on my microphone. I got to make sure that it has the right microphone selected, and it does not, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna probably do one more test to make sure my microphone's working on this. So okay, microphone always on. There we go. And let's do another test to make sure that everything here is working. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. All right, good, good, good. We'll take a look at that footage, make sure it turned out all right, and we will be good to go. Videos and not animations, recordings, Planet Coaster. Let's check it. Let's do another test. Yep, it worked. All right. Sounds good. Good to go. Here we are. All right, so actually I don't need audio. I do voiceovers. I'm dumb. Whatever, it's fine. I just realized like I don't need to record audio because I've been doing voiceovers instead. I forgot my own recording format. I'm dumb. All we need is the footage. That's all we need. Here's the footage. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. All right. So I think what we're going to start off, let's go over here to the tea party, and we're going to go ahead and start on our custom fencing over here and get that kind of going. So for it, I think we're going to start off kind of what I was doing on... Well, the one thing I do like to do is we're going to use this curb piece and our fence piece. I love using this low fence piece, wherever it is, this one. Use it a lot And we're going to actually go with the white color because I think that would just match this area nicely. Put that right on the edge, and then we'll go ahead, put the next one right on the edge here. I'm going to put one in the middle just to fill in that gap. We're going to make this a scenery group. And now we'll put this right in a good spot. Right around here should do. I'm going to flip it around. I probably don't have to, but I'm going to do it anyways. We're going to go to the other side. This is obviously pretty big. And we'll do the same thing there. Select both. Control X, and we're going to start angle snapping to start getting our fence in. It can be kind of hard to see, though, where you're placing it sometimes, so that's the only downfall to this method, but it still works pretty solidly to kind of speed up the process. Sometimes it doesn't always stay in the spot you want, but as long as you're pretty close, that's all that really matters, you know? We probably want to do our operators booth. I'll probably use the one I created, the one I put on the workshop. I really like that op booth, and I think it'll work well here, so. Going on a trip tomorrow, nice. Where are you headed? Three weeks. Jeez, it's not a small trip. It's a pretty big trip. I don't think I could afford a 3-week trip. But you can see how it's not completely lining up. We'll manage. Okay, that one. Probably. We're gonna keep going when we're just gonna edit the ones we need to delete and stuff. So we're gonna like go through these. But it'll be okay, because then we gotta delete some anyways. Ah, stop being tough. Stop being dumb. Just go where I want you to. See, it keeps like skipping the spots, and that's the spot I need to go. Don't do that. Don't be like that. Right there. Right there. That one's almost perfect. You only need to look at one because the other one should be aligned perfectly. Whatever you do here should be the same on the other side too. In theory, it should be. In theory. See, I heard it when it does this. No! Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? Deselected it. Or I pushed the wrong thing, and then everything just hates me. Okay, so that's all good. Now we could, as you can see, it is kind of off in some spots. We could try and adjust it a little bit to get that correct, or try and correct that a little bit. It should be a fairly perfect circle. There we go. Visitor because you live in Rolla, Missouri. If you know where, oh yeah, I know where Rolla is. And there for 4 days, one of them going to Six Flags St. Louis. But you're not going to Silver Dollar City when you're going to be so close, huh? I would totally make the 2.5, 3 hour drive. But you're not gonna, are you? Lame. Don't want to say hi to your old pal Joe. Only there for 4 days. It only takes 1 day. It takes 1 day to drive down to SDC. You could do it everything in a day. Drive there in the morning, go to the park, and then drive back. It's not that hard. You could do it. I believe in you. You could do it. I literally make I always make day trips to Six Flags St. Louis and Worlds of Fun. I can do that in a day. All you gotta do is leave a little early. Take a couple hours up there. I mean, you don't have to get there by opening. But like, just saying. Just saying. You're doing Six Flags St. How is Six Flags St. Louis 2 days? How is Six Flags St. Louis 2 days? You could do that in 1. You could do everything in that park in like half a day. What you talking about? Six Flags St. Louis is 1 day and would be another. Yeah. You said you're there for 4 days, so you have 2 days for Six Flags St. Louis and SDC, and then 2 days for family. There you go. Boom. Problem solved. Problem solved. Or you just do both days at Sodar City, you know. I mean, you could. Oh, what path theme do I want to use in this area? I was thinking about doing something kind of new or different. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of pathing here to kind of establish everything. That's not very centered. Alright, how about we go in the middle here? I've seen some footage of Park Beyond's gameplay, because they're in the beta right now. I tried to enter the beta for Park Beyond, but there wasn't an option to choose for America. So like, you try to sign up for it and everything, you put your email in and everything, and then it has you choose your location, but it wouldn't let me choose. America wasn't an option, so I guess they're not doing the beta in America. I guess. I think that's what it means. I'm not entirely sure. But I saw the gameplay of it, and the pathing system needs some work. The way it looks. Like, if you all complain about it, everyone complains about a pathing system in Planet Coaster. Oh man, not even close. It looked pretty horrendous. Hopefully they can get it fixed up. It's kind of more like RCT World. It's the best thing I can compare it to on the pathing system for that game, for the game. It has kind of like that curve, like you go here and here, and it will curve it around that point. Kind of the way it, instead of like going one piece at a time, kind of, it's kind of like that kind of style, which I don't like as much, for sure. I really don't like that style as much. But, you know. Alright, we're going to go here. Pathing is going to be crucial. I don't know that I'm driving back to California with my cousin because he's going to work at the summer camp. Work out. Oh, nice. Stopping at Glidwin Caverns. Go. Okay, so this will be going pretty good. My kind of goal here is just to kind of use the grid here to fill in all of this area. And then we can work around it. Like when we get close to stuff, we can branch off of that. So all this path will be kind of taking up all this space. Like, again, once we get close to something, we'll branch it off into that and smooth it out, you know? So, like, we got all that filled in now, and now we can, oh, that corner's, might need to get rid of that corner to place this here. And then we'll fill in the gaps any which way we need to. So this will be the entrance to the mock spinner. Right here. So what we'll do, actually, I can smooth this corner out, and that will look good right there. And then this is going to be that one quick service restaurant. Landed midnight Thursday. Oh. And then we're going to do a tiny mini queue for this little coaster here. Do I have flattened terrain down? I guess I do. I guess that's kind of fine. That actually works well for what we want to do here, I suppose. It's actually not a bad idea. It's like the queue doesn't need to be too big for this coaster. It's not the main attraction. Yeah, I like that we're using a different texture for our pathing. Something different, you know. I wanted to go with something different for this area, and I think it's gonna work well. All those countries fake. No. Absolutely not. Turn off angle snap. We can kind of do that. Now let's head to queue. Okay, what's going on here? It's probably the... Hello? Hello? Maybe it's because I have flattened terrain on. Yeah, that's why. That was why. It can't flatten the terrain because of the ride was in the way. That kind of makes sense, so I'm not too angry about that. But no, pathing and Planet Coaster, I don't want to hear anybody complain about it anymore compared to, like, Park Beyond. Like, I legit think the pathing and Planet Coaster is not as bad as people say. I'm not saying it's perfect, or by any means, but I'm gonna say it's at least better than almost anything we've ever had in theme park sim games. So, like, I think people are complaining about it a little bit too much. Now, when it comes to working pathing in with the terrain, yes, it's awful. That's the biggest flaw. But you can make big, easy plazas. It's not impossible, and sometimes the path kind of sucks a little bit. You know, but honestly, I'm able to do this. Like, I'm still not done yet, but I'm able to do this, and I think it's turning out pretty good. I'm just stating that it's looking pretty good. All right, what we were gonna put over here was a barbecue stand. So we want just ribbon. Most America thing we can do here. We want America. All right, do we want to put a drink stall here, or should we put, like, hot dogs or something? I think hot dogs would be a good idea for an American-themed area. The hot dog. Where is it? Where is it? Hot dog squad. There you are. I mean, burgers would be good, too, but I think we already have Chief Beef in the park, so I'm trying to do something different. I think it's a good idea. We probably need to get a drink stand somewhere in here, though, as well, so there's some drinks at some point. This is going to look really good when it's done. We got a long ways to go still, but for a start, this is actually pretty good. And then, like you said, I think we're going to add that little frog hopper ride. I think a good spot would actually be right here where this little spot is, because I had not planned on putting anything over there yet. So that would actually be a pretty good spot to put it in. So nice suggestions, Coaster Room, because I wasn't even thinking about putting this in here, but it will be a nice addition. Nice little addition here. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit this. I do like how they did break it up into pieces. That was nice of the person to do that. I think I'm mainly just going to change the seat color to like red or something. I don't know if I'm really going to change much of anything else. I might recolor something to blue, maybe. That's the only thing I could think of, is recolor some pieces to a blue. Kind of like that. Yeah, that will work. That's perfect right there. All right. We'll put it over here. We'll give it a tiny little... I want to try and maybe flow with the path here a little bit and have it connect to the path really, really nicely. So we're going to go Art Shapes and give it a really nice platform to work around. So we'll start with this. And we're going to recolor it to kind of a gray, because it's going to be like our pieces here. When you put in and build a fake coaster uppers, you can put it on the workshop so I don't have to build one. I do have an operator stand that I built that I have on the workshop. I don't know. It doesn't work for every ride, but it can work for a lot of the rides. Okay, that's probably too big. We don't need anything big. Yeah. It's too big, yeah. Maybe I should make a smaller one. And everything. I'll probably make a smaller one. Put all these together, make it nice and easy to edit out. Okay, so we'll do that. Do we have is there a bigger circular piece that I can use? Was that the biggest one? I think that was the biggest one, is this one. So we might just have to fill out the section here as best as we can with what we got. That's probably all we're gonna be able to do. So just go boop, boop, and just fill it in with lots of pieces. Go. All right, so we got that going for us. And then we gotta give some sort of stuff here going. So what we're gonna do is, I think like I said, I kind of want it to be right up against this path and look really, really nice. And yeah, let's create a little op booth for this. I want to create a small one. You know, something along the sides is kind of like this, I think would be a good idea. So let's start off with a, I'm gonna have to probably make a custom roof for it, because it's, the slanted roofs are gonna be a little bit too big. So what we'll do is we're gonna start out with, let's just get our control panel in there. I think I'll just use the big one just for simplicity reasons here. So want to put the booth kind of around here. Obviously they got to be where they can see the ride pretty well. Should I put on this side? Which side should I put on? We can always move it. So this is just a start. And then, of course, we'll put in a stool. Actually, I'm going to build this off to the side because I do want to put this on the workshop. That way, that way we don't have to worry about it. Or I can make it separate, so it'll be nice and easy to put on the workshop. So, okay, let's find our square pieces. Not that big. Let's go even smaller. This one would be good. Okay. Let's give it Nice concrete footprint here. Center it up. We're gonna make these a scenery group. I'm gonna push it back because it's wanting to go underneath there, and we don't want it to go underneath there. And this is how big the booth's gonna be. It's gonna be this big. It's gonna be tiny. We're gonna make a small booth. Which means we need to create a wall here. I think we're gonna use some let's go 2 by 10. 3, so everything's gonna be custom on this. And I can reuse this for the other rides too, so it'll be easier. I think we're gonna go 2 by 10. I think that's our one. Let's make it, what color do we wanna make it? Let's go for a red. Not a whole lot of red on this ride. Kind of like a nice little red here. Go like this. It was a ploy to have me build an op booth. I was probably gonna build some op booths anyways, so. Okay, so we're gonna copy this to the other side, like so, and over here as well. And this will give us a box, basically. All right, let's push this back a little bit. I can fill it in, this in, pretty easily. Just like so. And then we'll just press that there, boom. So this is gonna be a tiny little operator room. Let's give us some corners real quick before we build further upwards, because we're gonna have like some window pieces on all the sides. So let's just we're just gonna use these wooden planks. I might kind of want to use the haunted pillar, but for some people that don't have toolkit or the DLC, you know, they might appreciate it if we don't use those. So we're just gonna stick with these. Let's go kind of like a grayish white. I'm gonna put that on all 4 corners. And now we can kind of figure out where we want to put all these. So, so now at the top of this booth, we'll have like one of these. Imagine not having the DLC sign up. Some people can't afford them, so I get it. Some people can't put the money out for them. Oh yeah, the $2, like the smaller ones, like the Munsters and was it the Knight Rider? That was the other one. I mean, you don't really need those. There's sometimes, very, very rarely, I do actually use some pieces from there. But it's very, very rare. All right, we need 2 by 10. Let's go with the smallest piece. To kind of like, so we're gonna go like. Go like this, so we're gonna fill in some of the corners with these pieces. Like so. So you get like this nice little window. Just a nice little window here. And we're gonna copy this over to all the sides. This is gonna be a cozy little booth. Alright, so this is obviously the opening. We're gonna put another one coming down here. Let's go on this side. I might actually keep that side open. Copy this down. We're gonna kind of go like this. Yeah. All right, let's go 2x4. Let's find the 2x4 piece. Half piece. And I'm going to actually rotate it this way to kind of give it a nice little edge piece. I might even recolor it. Yeah, give it more color. Let's get the 1 meter piece for the side here. And then we're gonna do one of these. We're gonna kind of outline our open pieces here, so you can kind of see what we're going for here. And we're gonna do the same to our windows as well. Kind of have them overlap like that, gives them a little character. There we go. I use these plank pieces so much. Like, for people that don't have these plank pieces, I'm sorry, like, you gotta get these plank pieces. You're gonna use them for everything. Like, you can literally build your own little wooden structure pieces with anything. They're I kind of view them as art shapes. You can really kind of shape them up anywhere that you want, so I find them very crucial. They're not available on Mac? Really? Interesting. Alright, should I do a flat roof or a pitched roof? What do you think? Should I do a small pitched roof or a flat roof? Flat roof would be a little easier, probably. And I would make it look good. Like, I'd give it some really good details to make it actually look pretty solid. But, I mean, this is looking pretty good so far. Yeah, I love these plank pieces. They're so nice. Like, legit, man. Alright, I'm gonna put a chain in here. Let me see if we have a smaller one. If not, that's okay. We can just sink it inside. Probably. Perhaps pitch, but not up to a point. But like slanted front to back. You get what I'm saying? So not like, are you saying like not a spire, but like just a regular pitched roof? Oh, trust me, I wasn't gonna do a spire. Spires, I'm not good at making spires. That's for sure. I'm not good at spire roofs. I can't really do those. I wanted to put a little chain here. Maybe we can just do the straight chains. Those are probably going to be a little easier. Trying to get it to where you can't see them. That one will work. There we go. Chain themselves off a little bit. I might put a cabinet in here. Where's that? Filing cabinet. Little doodads and such that you would see in an operator's booth. They don't need one this big, so we're going to sink it down a bit. There we go. Maybe even put in a binder on top of that. Kind of clutter it up just a little bit. I'm going to make the binder a different color though. There we go. Kind of stands out a little bit. Maybe an AED defibrillator. Very important. And then, in case someone has a heart attack while they're on the frog hopper. And then what else was I was about? Oh yeah, fire extinguisher. You see those a lot. Here's an emergency fire button, but we want a fire extinguisher. I mean, there's usually already one on the regular one, but I'm gonna put it in the corner here. That way our operator has everything they need. We're also going to give them a little stool to sit on. I love this little bar stool. I use this all the time for these kind of like custom op booths and such. I use those a lot. And then of course we want our staff member inside here. Pushes stooled back a little bit. And let's give him a nice outfit here that would match. Let's give him a little bit of a tan too. Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves a tan. I don't know what color this is for. We'll go red, white, and blue. His outfit's gonna be red, white, and blue. There, he's looking nice. It might have been his shoes that were that color. Look at him. He looks great. Looking great. I still haven't pushed play yet, so we haven't advanced any time. Which is something I should probably do. Alright. Alright, we're gonna try and do the pitched roof. I'm not good at custom roofs without a guide. I could probably put a guide in here, but I guess really all we need to do is do this on both sides and then until they match up pretty perfectly on the other side. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. I wouldn't think. And we're just gonna make this kind of a gray color. Maybe we should, yeah, it's gonna be very gentle. And then we'll have this hang off. I'll go a few pieces and then we'll copy it over to the other side. And then I think we're close to the middle here. Yeah, you have to rotate it like that. Did you have to rotate it like that? Alright, like I said, we can use this like on the balloon ride too, so. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Now the tough part here is going to be getting this filled in, because we don't have any pieces that are going to fit perfectly in there. So I have kind of an idea that I think would work pretty well here, but we're just going to have to try it. All right, so let's go with the let's try 2x6. Maybe the 2x6. I'm going to go 1 meter. And I'm going to give this kind of a thicker piece to work with. It'll make it a lot easier. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare to try and fill it in. But this thicker piece is going to help us tremendously. Another newspaper video, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so I can probably just do one side and then we'll just copy it over. That should be fine. All right, so 2x10 is what we're gonna do, and I'm going to, I probably can't do 2x10. I'm probably gonna have to go smaller. Let's try let's just go 2x6. 2x6 will be fine. Because we gotta be able to fit these planks inside here without popping out the other side. That's what we gotta accomplish here. There we go, and then until we get to the top. And this is the smallest piece, so this is why I had to create that thick piece on the outside. So we can, could you stop grabbing the wrong thing? So we could do this, so, all right, and then the very top piece is gonna be the hardest one to fit in, because you gotta see how that's seeping through a little bit. I think we can just get it. There might be a tiny piece up there. maybe if I ran a 2x4, or we could do like a straight piece like this, if it'll let me grab. Kind of going down like this as kind of like an extra detailed, like a design piece, kind of like that. But it's in theory, and it's actually just covering up our thing that we can't cover up. So that's what it's actually there for. But no one will ever know because it will actually just look like an extra piece for designing, you know. Okay, so now my hopes is I can just copy and paste it to the other side. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that. Not too shabby at all. It's a nice little op booth. What do you think? Is there anything else I should add to it? Let's do some lighting. Just get a little light in there. We do need to probably get a little bit of light in there for nighttime. So if your park operates at night, you have at least some source of light somewhere. I might just use these. Gosh, the light is so big. Let's actually go to the toolkit items. There's actually a nice lamp, this one. It's a lamp cover. So I think what we're gonna do is use this. I'm gonna keep it outside just for a moment. There should be a light bulb here. That we can place inside the lamp. And then we're just gonna place a hidden light underneath to make it look like that this is the light source. But in reality, it actually isn't. Then I'm gonna grab see if there is a short chain that we can use. How short is this? This is pretty short. Kind of like so. And then we're gonna take this. Place this in here. This is gonna be hard. We're gonna place this in here. Nice and above. I don't want our operator to hit their head on it. It's kind of hard to see where my chain is, so I don't want to go through. It's probably gonna go through. Because it's a little bit longer than we need it to be. That's actually fine. Let's get rid of the chain. We're gonna do a new plan here, and we're gonna actually place in a horizontal plank coming across here. See, I should have done this before I put the roof on, but that's all right. Sometimes you think of stuff afterwards and you gotta deal with it, so this plank is gonna come across and kind of be that support for that lamp, like so. All right, let's make sure you're not going through. I don't think it is. Boom. All right, and as you can see, since it's a toolkit item, it doesn't actually put out any light, so what we're gonna have to do for these is actually go to our lamps, our actual light here, and just do an area light, and just sink it underneath. I like to dim these a little bit, because when it's all the way brightened, I don't really like the lighting that it does. So we'll just sink this underneath here, and our operator's got a nice lit booth there. And there it is. Our nice operator's booth. And we should be able to upload this to the Steam Workshop. Just for you guys. Alright, let's save it as a blueprint because I am going to reuse it on my other rides. That is a fact. I wonder where Silas is probably busy because he's still probably on his trip. I was just wondering, like, where's Silas? Come on. Takes a minute to save sometimes. I should probably change the time of day so we get a better picture out of it. Oh no, I just most likely hiking. Got it. Come on. Oh, I see movement, which means we might be getting closer. Maybe. Probably not. I don't know why it takes so long to save blueprints sometimes. Like, it's a blueprint. It's not like I'm saving the game. Then again, I probably... How much you want to bet I hit it while it's trying to save? How much you want to bet it's trying to save at the same time? And now I'm going to destroy everything, and then I'm going to have to redo it. And it crashes the game. It better not crash the game. It might crash the game with how it's going right now. Come on, bruh. I was like looking at the time that I've been live streaming. It's probably about autosave time, so... Because it autosaves every hour, and I've been live for a little over almost 50 minutes now, so... 46 minutes now, but... There it goes. New blueprint. There we go. That's a little bit better of a angle there. There we go. Name your blueprint. Small operator booth. A small operator booth for smaller flat rides. Perfect. And we'll just put it in small, let's see. Park interest, small attractions, other, small building. There we go. Create blueprint. There you go. And now we just gotta save it to the Steam Workshop so you guys can have it as well. Upload it to the workshop for you guys. Is it trying to autosave? It's gotta be. Like, literally all I did was click on the Blueprints tab. Maybe we should wait till after the autosave, so I don't break the game. I should have the blueprint saved now, though, so... If I lose it, I should still have the blueprint, at least. So I don't have to remake it. What's going on? Why is the game trying to die on me? Why? Okay, there we go. No, I would not like to end the game. You just gotta give it a little longer to respond. It tried to crash. There we go. Anytime you get that prompt, I say it every time. Every time you get that prompt saying, hey, the game's not responding, would you like to end the game now? Always click no. It will respond shortly after. It always does. So, very important. See, here's my large operator booth. And here's my smaller one. It's a little bit over the ground, but you just gotta sink it in. Alright, let's go ahead and upload to Steam Workshop. But yeah, seriously, just remember, if you have, if that prompt comes up after your game kind of freezes up, just hit no. It literally starts responding seconds later. You just got to give it a little bit longer. Basically, the program's just like, this hasn't been responding for a significant time. Do you want to end it? Always select no. Just give it a little bit longer and it's fine. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do, you just gotta give it that extra little bit of time. Okay, I'm gonna try and Make that even. So we need a booth in here. I'm also gonna go ahead while I'm at it. We're gonna take this. See, we already got the one that's already in there, so I'm trying to figure out if I should just plop this over or what I should do with it. And maybe get rid of my current staff member. Maybe I could just edit it a little bit and get rid of the stuff that's already in the current op booth, so I can kind of like, I might just have to slightly edit this a little bit. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to place this down, we're going to edit it, we're going to get rid of the staff members since we already got one in there, the op booth, and then I think that should be good. Let's see if we can fit it in there properly. Hopefully we can fit it in there. If not, well, we'll figure it out. We'll always figure it out. We're always going to figure it out. Okay, it is kind of raised up at the back there, but we can fix that, no problem. Main thing is I don't want that coming through. It doesn't look great, but we're gonna make it work. And I'm just gonna press this down. We're gonna extend this, so I'm doing some slight modifications to make this work for this ride. And they're just gonna have a little step down right there, so. It has a little foundation. So that will work though. Trying to select the main piece over here. There we go. That's the piece I wanted to get selected so I could build that down. Oops, I accidentally built another stool. Actually press the stool back a little bit, and there we go. It has this, it's like a booth already built into a booth, but I'm gonna make it work, so not too bad, not too shabby. But it works really well for those static rides like these that do not have any movement. It does work well for these rides. I would give it that. It is going to work wonders for those. All right. Let's go ahead and go into our, when you go in our fencing here for this ride. So we got to adjust this. Thought I had that one selected, but I guess I did not. There we go. So those are all open. And for this one, I might try to use the big booth. We can try and use the small one here. It probably will fit. We just got to kind of edit it and do the same thing. Let's see what the big one was, because I have used the big booth in Gold Rock Park on this, so it's just going to be a little bit bigger. So this is the big booth. Big booth. Only problem I think we might have is that this might get in the way of the queue, but it actually looks like it's going to be just fine. If we play our cards right, so. And if it goes in a little bit, that's not a big deal either. That way our booths look slightly different from each other. And they have pretty good vision of the ride from there, so that kind of makes sense, and I want it to be kind of open here. That should work. We're going to use the big booth for the for that one, so. And it's already decent colors. It's already got red and white in it, so I think that will be just fine. Big booth is very big. Yes, it is. We're going to use the big booth for the teacups. All right, nice. Starting to come along. As we can see here, I'm liking it. Select our vendors here. I want to make sure they're not going to leave. We're going to pay them enough to where they don't leave. Sometimes they like to leave. Be right back. Nice. I think we're just going to do simple wooden wall pieces here for these booths. And we can plop in some details later on, but it'll be our American barbecue quick service restaurant. Basically is what that's going to be. All right. So starting to take a little bit of shaping here. Let's go back to our little frog ride here, or frog hopper ride, which we're not going to call frog hopper, by the way. It's going to be something different. All right, we're going to need to get a fencing in here as well. So I think we're going to kind of do the same type of fences for this as well. But we're going to use smaller ones because this is a smaller little piece here. This is definitely smaller, so we're going to have to probably go with some smaller pieces. And we'll use the small fence because there's a short fence, the 1 meter piece fence here that we can use that will work a little bit better. Make it nice and white, and we're gonna go right there. Actually, I have to place 2 pieces of the curb here because it's not quite long enough for what we need. I'm actually going to split it from the group and make it its own thing because it'll be a little bit easier so I don't accidentally select other parts. All right, and now we're free to start our fencing for this ride. And everything on these static rides is going to be custom because they're not actually real. So they're not functional. So you got to make everything yourself. The entrance, exit, which is kind of nice because you don't have to use Planet Coaster's assets and some stuff, which can actually be viewed as a positive thing. Okay, so we're gonna kind of skip right here and go from here now. We'll go in and just delete the ones that we need to delete. It'll be pretty easy, so. Should be pretty easy. All right, and we're gonna have to finish this one, kind of custom finish this one. Because we don't want to stroll into the op booth on the other side. All right, should be able to get this in one more piece. We just gotta fit it in. Like that. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna place an exit right here. So to do that, we're just gonna take these. like so. And then there's actually a gate piece for this low fence that we're going to use as well. That can serve as the exit gate. Yeah, it's got the little hinges. Looks pretty nice. And then we're also going to put in an exit sign here. I like these little signs. They actually work very well for this. We're going to change that to blue. And we can kind of do the same thing for the entrance as well. Put a little gate in there. Just like so. This will be the entrance gate. There we go. And then we're gonna have to make a little fake queue. Tiny little fake queue. All right. We can use we could use an actual queue path, or we can just do whatever, you know. So we could actually kind of do this if we want to. It just kind of depends on us. You know, personal preference. I might go kind of like that. And then boom, you have like a fake queue as well. And it looks real, but it's not real. And then you just kind of decorate. There's our autosave. I've been wondering when you were going to pop up. Or you can keep the queue empty if you don't want these, like, the stupid entrance pieces there that you get on all the rides. But not a huge deal to me. It's just an easy way to get a queue path kind of placed down there. Personally, so when did I pause? I don't remember pausing the game. I don't remember this happening. Not that it matters, but just means that we get more time for construction. All right, so we're gonna get our queue all tidied up here. For our static ride. Again, it's not real. We are gonna have to do this on both sides. So here we go. I probably could save like this whole thing as a blueprint. That way I have like the fencing, entrance, exit plots already made and everything. I could do that. That way I have the whole ride kind of already saved. Wouldn't be a bad idea. At least I don't think it would be. I go with an ash tree because the ash trees are nice and small. Kind of like so. place a little bit of foliage in here, maybe even some flowers. And kind of fill that spot up with some nice pretty stuff. Make it look nice and pretty. There we go. Welcome back, Coaster Gnome. Yeah, there we go. We have a static ride. That looks like fun. Yeehaw. Oh, our staff members are already walking around. Are they tired already? Jeez. Probably should, I guess we'll build a staff building for this area. I could probably like implement it inside here somewhere. So like if we want to build a staff building right here, we could. Actually, let's edit this building. Put in a staff building here. Bada bing, bada boom. Staff happy. Happy staff. Happiness faster. We want to keep their happiness up. So we'll do that perk. There you guys go. Now you can stop being not happy or tired. All right. I guess we can do defense over here now. Just got to be able to select the fence for the queue, because that's something we haven't done yet. So we got the queue over here for teacups, which is a relocated ride. This section does have some relocated rides in it. Small Kids Coaster came from the forest section, and we have just relocated it over here with a new theme and paint job. And it will forever give our guests a good thrill of young thrill seekers. And then we have some really small kids rides as well, because that's something that the park lacked, was a good kids area. So that's what we're going to give here, because we care about the families. The families. You know? Just all the family. Family fun. Fine, a staff building. I could turn staff features off, but that'd defeat the purpose of the management part of this series. Not that it matters too much, because we have so much money to work with. We have over $1.6 million, so within the game. Now, this ride did not do well at all when we first put it in that one section. Did not do well at all. And maybe it was location, but hopefully it gets revitalized here and sees a lot more success in this area of the park. There's going to be a lot more attractions over here and stuff, so maybe it will kind of drive people to kind of want to head over here a little bit more. At least that's what we're hoping for. We got a nice coaster in the distance. We got 2 coasters in this area, actually, and then we got a few flat rides that will be nice. It will just be marvelous. Marvelously fantastic. So my goal is to have this episode on YouTube by tomorrow. So everyone can see the YouTube episode. Sure, everyone will appreciate that. Because they've been waiting too long. I've taken too long to get to do this next episode, so... And I figured enough was enough. I had the day off. The park, or SDC is actually open today, but I actually had the day off today, so I said, why now? It's a perfect time. I got a lot of time today to work on stuff. I'm actually going to go see Guardians 3 on Wednesday with some co-workers, so because that's the best day that worked for them. Because I haven't seen Guardians 3 yet. But I'm gonna go see it then. And I hear it is incredible, so got some pretty high expectations for it. So it better be good. Better be good. Alright, so there we go. There's our queue line fencing done in this area. I think we're going to do the same thing and kind of get a fence here. You're going to see it Friday. Nice. Yeah, I plan on seeing it Wednesday. You actually look up the times and see what time it's playing to figure out with my coworkers what time we want to go see it. Gonna go to the IMAX. Our IMAX in Branson's actually really good. I typically see all the movies there. We have a really nice IMAX complex. Yeah, I've been kind of slowing down on my MCU stuff as well. Like, I'm not completely up to date on everything. I still have watched quite a few. Like, there's a few things I haven't seen. Obviously, I haven't seen She-Hulk, which I've heard is absolutely awful, so don't know if I will. I still haven't seen Wakanda Forever. That is one I do need to watch still. Do need to watch Wakanda Forever. That's the main one I still haven't watched that I do want to actually see. As for everything else, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, we're going to do this not in that building, so we're going to actually go here. My favorite movie after Endgame has been No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home. Because, I mean, come on. That was incredible. It is too much. I think they need to slow down a little bit. There's too many shows and movies coming out all at the same time, and it's just a little bit overwhelming. It's a little bit too much for everyone, I think. We're just trying to do a little bit too much all at once. Hopefully Guardians is actually good. Everyone's saying it is. Everyone says it is, so. I am going in expecting to like it, so hopefully that doesn't mess it up for me. You know, because sometimes that can mess it up for some people. You go in because everyone's saying it's great, and then you end up saying, your expectations are a little too high, and, yeah, sometimes it can mess it up. I've only seen Guardians 2 once. The rest are... I think I only seen Guardian 1 once as well. It has not been a bad Guardians movie yet. Okay, we're gonna do like a big planter right here, connecting these two rides, because I think it would look real nice. Yeah, I think we're definitely not gonna finish everything today. There's still a lot of little details to do. We might not even finish the next one. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I still got quite a bit of time. It's only April. We're moving pretty slow here. Okay, time for some mulch. One movie that I'm excited for that's supposed to be coming out this October, Five Nights at Freddy's. That movie is finally coming out. And it's supposed to come out this October. It actually had one of its first like teaser posters posted too. I'm super excited. I've been waiting for that movie for a long time because for a while I lost hope that it was even going to get made, but it's finally happening. Finally. Because I'm a big horror movie guy. I love horror movies, so I hope they do well on it. Because Five Nights at Freddy's has a lot of lore. Dune Part 2. I didn't even see the first one. Everyone always gets on to me for how I don't watch movies sometimes. I don't feel like I watch a lot of movies. And everyone gets mad at me for it. Like, there's some movies where I don't even realize, like I can't believe myself that I haven't watched yet. Where I'm just like, man, why haven't I gotten around to watching this yet? It's been out for years. But that happens sometimes, I guess. See, this is the smallest one, so... Oh, it goes under that, so I'm good. I can go all the way up here. I have no problems whatsoever. No, I haven't seen Stranger Things 4 yet. I don't even know if I have access to Netflix anymore, so... I'd always, like, shared with my family, so... And I think my stepdad said he's canceling Netflix. I don't know if he still has it. I don't think he does. See, I've been trying to watch this stuff with Jess, but she kind of sometimes, like, I've been wanting to watch this with you, and then she'll just be like, oh, I don't really care. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just like, what? I've been waiting for you. Kind of like Wakanda Forever. She doesn't really want to see it. And I'm just like, really? I'm like, you loved the first one. She loves Black Panther. So, I'm just gonna start watching stuff myself. I need to start doing that. I gotta be up to code here. Gotta get up to speed, up to everything. Because I'm far behind. Oh, thanks. Yep, we just had a nice little relaxing night. We didn't do anything special. Anything too special. Sometimes that's the most special thing to do, is just keep it simple. You know? We just watched the rest of our last 2 episodes of Mando, which we hadn't watched yet, so watched the last 2 episodes of Mandalorian, and so I finally watched season 3 of Mandalorian. I got all 3, or I got all 3 seasons watched now, so so you've been meaning to watch those last 2 episodes for a while now, since they came out. It was pretty good. I mean, I think the first 2 seasons are a little bit better. I think, if I remember right. I think I liked the first 2 seasons a bit better. This one wasn't bad or anything. It was still good, but I just think the first 2 seasons were a little bit better. What is the best airplane movie? Airplane movie. You mean like just any movie about airplanes, or is that an actual series? Not a movie about airplanes. Oh, the watch on an airplane. I don't really know if I have one. I mean, last movie I watched on an airplane was How to Train Your Dragon, because they have that little Wi-Fi thing, and then it allows you to look. You do it on your phone now. Like, they used to have like little screens that would come down, but they don't really do those anymore. They kind of have you just use your phone now. And but yeah, the last one I watched was How to Train Your Dragon. So, because I don't really watch them that often. Usually my flights aren't long enough to really watch like a full movie sometimes, so. Alright, that side's actually looking pretty good over there. We still have a lot to do because we still have a lot more to do on this side, and obviously the spinning coaster's gotta keep going. When you're working on an entire area, it takes some time, man. It takes some time. Fellowship of the Ring. See, most of my flights, I don't have that much time, because typically I have, like, connecting flights, so, like, it's not all one plane. So if I do have kind of a longer flight, it's typically 2 flights together that I have to do. Might be a good idea to start on doing pathways from here, just figure out what we're going to do for this coaster. You place our entrance and exit. And let's do our queue here. I'm gonna try and make a cool little bridge side, so you get, like, while you're on the queue here, you're kind of riding the little wall here, little terrain wall. Kind of want to do that. ride the terrain wall here. We can, let's see. Might not be able to do it that way. It's going to be very difficult. We'll just curve it. Curve it, curve. Nice little curve. Gonna have a big. I'm gonna do some stairs here. And hopefully we can decorate this to look pretty good. Whoops. Deselect that because we want this grid here. Oh, maybe not right there. We'll go right there. Perfect. And then that will just be theming elements. That queue should honestly be long enough just traveling up there, if you ask me, so. All right, now the exit path's gonna be another challenge. That's just a whole nother thing. Because where on earth are we gonna get that coming down here? So we also have to get the exit path around as well. My first initial thought is gonna be going this way. And then going up and over the up and over here. This is going to be quite a bit of a pain to do like custom supports and such on. It's gonna be kind of, because I'm probably going to have to support this whole thing. I'm hoping I can I don't know if I can squeeze it through there. It's going to be very tight to get it through here. And then, of course, we have to do another challenge is to make this look good. That's another challenge, so that is the other challenge. I almost thought maybe this would be, see, I'm not going to be able to go under there. Yikes. I don't really have a lot of space right there, so it's like, how am I going to get this connected? How are we going to make this happen? I didn't leave myself a whole lot of space to work with here. We might have to redo the queue a little bit here. make it a little bit shorter in some spots. So like start going upwards right here. That way we can leave some extra space for the exit path. Stop it. Okay, I think that's the same level there, so there we go. And then we need to create more space over here. So we're gonna is that enough space to fit a path in? It's gonna be good enough. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Alright, curve, railing, right a bit. We want to do curved slopes. So this will be interesting. How close are we? Should be able to connect with this pretty easily, I think. Did I get it? We did get it. See, sometimes you just gotta be really creative. The only problem is you might get some congestion here with the exit of the teacups and also people coming out here. So from being practical there, that might be the one thing that isn't very good. The only other thing I could think of is maybe moving this exit over a little bit, but which I guess I could do. I could like move it right here. It's not a big deal though. Okay, so like again, the hardest thing here is going to be like doing all the support structures and fencing and stuff like that for this ride. I might actually consider just using the end game. I typically don't, but the end game railings here for these guys, because they're not bad railings. Like they're actually pretty good. They're just, you see them all the time, you know, in Planet Coaster. So if we can focus on like the structure that's holding this path up, I think these fences will be fine, because these fences are fine since we're not doing a whole lot of healing on Q. Since we're not doing a whole lot of switchbacks and stuff, this is the closest thing we have to switchback. So I think it ends up being pretty okay. Making it look good, that's what's going to be hard. Yeah, I don't like the way it's looking right now, so that is going to be the challenge, is making these paths look good. So you got to be very, very careful how you do, like, how we're going to make this look. Because right now it just looks like a jumbled mess of path trying to get back, getting down here is what it looks like right now, so... like, that's not very appealing, so we got to do something about it. But what? I thought about maybe doing some rock work. We could try some rock work and see how that looks. If it doesn't look good, we can always change it. I think I'm going to go with the light rocks here. I think like rock works on the sides here to kind of use them as supports. This is a cheap way to do supports, by the way. instead of actually doing support structures, you just use rocks. I've done that. I've been guilty of doing that a lot. Instead of actually putting effort into a good support structure for the for everything. But you want to do a good combination of different rocks as well. So we're not just going to use these kind of rocks. We're going to use some different ones as well. They heal all wounds. Sometimes, yes. All wounds are healed from our rocks. And then you can add some foliage in there, and then boom, it looks a lot better. I'm actually gonna, for this top part, I'm thinking about just kind of raising up these curves a little bit. For this spot. Okay. And then we might do a few covers in the queue of some sorts. So they're not just open right in the sun and such. Which will also make them look a bit better. You just throw them at someone and they cost wounds. Nice. Yeah, don't throw it at people. Wouldn't be very nice. Yeah, so that will look good for that kind of spot right there. And we can kind of blend these rocks going into the wall here. So they're kind of sealed together and just kind of, you do kind of like some blending. Kind of blend them together. Like I said, we're going to do a couple of different rock textures here. Not all going to be the same. So we can get some nice looking formations. Like I said, I might do some sort of cover over the part of the queue here. This queue doesn't have to be massive because it's just for the spinning coaster, and I don't think it needs a massive queue. And then we're gonna have like this entrance building for the entrance that might actually, if we build it tall enough, it will actually kind of cover the ugliness behind it a little bit, slightly. But we're still gonna try and make it look good at the same time because people are gonna be walking on this, so. I'm trying to rotate my rock pieces so they kind of all look a little different, so it doesn't look like the same rock over and over. We don't want that. Like I said, we'll add some foliage, maybe some covers on the path a little bit, and it would be beautiful. And for now, we're just gonna use the end game fencing as of right now. I mean, I could change it later if I feel like I have the time to do that custom fencing. But as of right now, we're just gonna go for what we have. See, this is the parts that I don't like doing in Planet Coaster is pathing stuff. It's mostly like just like the long, tedious process of pathing stuff like this. Mainly just, again, the tedious parts that are kind of boring to work on is the part I don't care for. But it's all good. But we're doing some combinations of rock work and then like some of these stone pieces or these concrete structures that will support the spots up here for the queue and exit paths. And it's already starting to look a lot better, even with the rock work has, I think, helped a lot, so. At least I think it has, so. And then you just get a little bit of foliage in there. Like some bushes and some trees. It will work wonders for you. Trust me. Like, look at that. Just putting in these little bushes here has already made this spot look 1,000 times better. And you put a tree in the middle there. Like, oh yeah. Kind of want to do some sort of wall right here so it looks good up against the teacups ride. And of course, this is all gonna help out the queue line scenery rating as well, so we'll keep that in mind. Also, but like I said, this building's probably gonna, for the most part, cover up a lot of the stuff behind it, so. A lot of red, white, and blue going on here. Of course, we gotta get everything in here, detail-wise. So we're gonna start off by focusing on the main entrance section here. Okay, I totally clicked that down, even though it said I haven't. I don't know what it's talking about. and the size here. So we're going to do another level that's going to go up here. Concrete. We're going to do a little overhang piece that will go right here. Not only that, we're going to use it as our roof for the inside of the queue. When you first go in, okay, I think, what could we use for this? Don't really want to use a full piece for that, but I'm trying to think of what else I would use. A waterfall? It kind of crossed my mind for a moment. I won't lie. Alright. It's the only piece I could think about doing. Which, I mean, it would work, but... It's like this building's... I'm hoping to make this kind of like a little bit of a centerpiece of the building. Gonna put like a little, this is gonna be like a little bell tower. Do we have a name for this ride, for the spinning coaster? I don't think I came up with one. I don't think I did. It's possible I did, but I don't think I did. I would have to look back at the footage to see if I actually did or not. Mr. Bottles spins, no. Just no. Enough with the Mr. Baldo. What is with the Mr. Baldo stuff? And where does that name come from? Like, why is it Mr. Baldo? That's my question. Where does that name even come from? honestly don't know. Okay. Alrighty. Got a lot of work to do on this, because this needs all the details. Ah, we're inside the structure. What are you doing? Okay, good. Riding through the danger zone. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. I don't know why that's going through my head, but it is. Right into the danger zone. Take you right into the danger zone. Right into the danger zone. I'm gonna take you right in to the danger zone. This is a cool building. Hopefully it is turning out cool. I hope. I do want to kind of make it a little unique. Kind of like a little bell tower thing going for it and all that fun stuff. It's just going to be like the nice grand entrance for our little Sierra Sidewinder ripoff. Yeah. It can be a lot. Man, we've been alive for almost 2 hours already. That's stupid. It hasn't been 2 hours already, almost, since I started. This is ridiculous. That's outrageous. No way it's been 2 hours. Absolutely outrageous. Alright, we're gonna do a little planter for the front here, for this spot. I think, and then, because we'll fill it with mulch, decorate this side of the building a bit. It'll turn out pretty cool. Pretty legit. Pretty fantastic. That way it can start looking pretty. Everything can start looking pretty. It's gonna be a long episode. Very long episode. Because I didn't push play for the longest time at the beginning. So the result of that is a nice long episode. Which is probably good, because I probably shouldn't take like 4 episodes for this project. I shouldn't be, but you know, when you do like massive, huge areas like this, sometimes, you know, you don't know like what else are you gonna do, you know, because I want it to look good. At one point I just said every new thing I do I'm just gonna take my time on, even if it takes quite a few episodes, you know. And again, especially when you're working on an entire area as opposed to like one ride, it really does make a huge difference, because we're doing multiple rides, decorating multiple rides, and having to do a lot of paths, and at the same time make everything look fantastic. So everything's got to look nice. But so we'd have to like slowly kind of complete sections too. So we've been bouncing around here a bit, but I do that to keep my attention at bay. So once in a while we'll get some of those pieces going for us. I still kind of want to put something in the middle here. It's just way too open. I might just make a nice little plaza area that just has like some nice scenery around it. I'm not sure yet. We might make like a little opening here and maybe make like some sort of I want to do some sort of centerpiece right there of some sorts. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to change the car colors because I need to do that on this ride. Red, white, and blue. It's still called One Valley Forest Express. And then I got to do a station for it. It's going to be very simple, something small. Smaller than what it used to have. That's for sure. Alright, so for the aeronauts here, we need to do fencing for it real quick. Shouldn't be too hard, so we're going to do that real quick. Ever since I was taught how to do the one trick, I've been using it a lot, so probably use the big version here. So let's do that. Let's do fence. We'll get our low fence. Kid coaster with American theming one. Perfect name. Absolutely perfect naming. All right. Let's start right at this spot. That way we're already on the end here for the exit. Okay. Go to our opposite side. Yeah, this one's probably going to end up being way off. Of course, there's the entrance right there immediately, too, that I didn't put into account. Oh, well. It's fine. You can see how off this has already gotten. It's okay, we'll just take the whole thing and then adjust it later on. My goodness, that's off. Let's look how far over it's gotten. That's the worst job I've done on that so far. That's alright, though. We'll fix it. We can fix it later. Describes it perfectly. Alright, might be able to do one. The last piece should fit right in there. Come on. Really? Alright. Perfect. Alright, we're going to take this whole thing and move it to where it needs to be. Because it's definitely not perfect. There we go. Much better. Now we just gotta work in the entrance and exits here a little bit. Right into the danger zone. Gonna take you right in to the danger zone. Right into the danger zone. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. Autosave already? Jeez, it's been another hour since the last autosave. Jeez. Does not feel like it. Legitimately does not feel like it. I don't believe it. It's a lie. Holy crap. Holy crap. That was fast. But I feel like the time's going by really quick. We're still in August. What time is it in the day? How fast is this day going? It's 2:30 already? Jeez. My gosh. What is going on with time? Why do my days off just, like, crumble away from me? Alright, well, we're freezing up here because of the autosave, so hold on. Even my mouse cursor disappeared. Oh, there we go. Moved a little bit. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I couldn't imagine this going off every 10 minutes like the default setting is. I'm so glad we were able to change it. That there's a way to change the interval saves. I'm glad someone figured that out, because holy cow, that would suck if this had to do this every 10 minutes. I would never get anything done. I originally changed it to 30 minutes, and then finally I was just like, okay, I'm doing every hour. Because with my build style, I don't get much done in an hour anyways. If Planet Coaster 2 has autosave, it definitely needs to be optimized and figure out how to not freeze your game up when you have bigger parks. That is a must. I really hope they figure that out. Does Planet Zoo have an autosave feature? If so, is it the same way? I don't really know if Planet Zoo has really bad autosaves or not. I want to say it doesn't, but I know Planet Zoo's a lot better optimized overall. I do know that. I am for sure on that. Okay, we're going to do this over here as well, and I think I'm going to do another planter going alongside this queue. Kind of doing the same thing. So this will be a little staff building entrance, so this will be like a little break room for staff. Should be pretty cool. I need to play Planet Zoo again and just, you know, just to play it, you know. I've been playing a little bit of Parkitect, and I do think we should do a multiplayer server where we can just create an awesome park together with all the viewers and such. I think that'd be a lot of fun, interactive, you know. Maybe I'll do that stream at some point and just create a server and then allow everyone that's viewing to join and see how it goes. It might be a train wreck. It might not be. I don't know. Could be chaotic. It doesn't have to be a good park. That'd be cool. I would love to do that if Planet Coaster 2 had a multiplayer option. I would love to do like a multiplayer park where everyone can just throw whatever they want into the park. And just let chaos ensue. Oh yeah, he would definitely build something related to Shrek. That's for sure. Like, there's no reason for Planet Coaster 2 not to have multiplayer at this point. If it doesn't, I'd be very disappointed. That's one of the features that just needs to be in there. Like, it's 2023. You should have multiplayer capabilities in your game. I know, even though it's a theme park sim. That should just be a thing by now. And I don't think it would be hard to implement. I think it would be really easy to do for Frontier. Where you can just create your own server, give it a password to be able to join, and then you share the password with whoever you want to join, and boom. And that's all there is to it. And and then you both can be in the park or building in the park at the same time. You know how much faster progress would go if you could have people working on different things? Like, hey, you go over here and work on the coaster. I'll work on the station for the coaster. You know, stuff like that. I'll work on station and queue. You work on the layout. Or while you work on, or after you're done with that, I'll go work on custom supports, and then you work on this. Like, that would be incredible. That would just be amazing. Alright. We're going around here. Go here. Yeah, you gotta pass it along. That's the crappy part, is you have to, and it's not an easy process too. You literally have to upload it to the workshop, and if you don't want anyone to see it, you gotta really quick hide it, and then add contributors so only they can see it. I mean, you could post it as unlisted too. I guess that would work too, but and then you have to, you have to create like once you save it, or once you install it or download it from the workshop, you have to save it as a new park. And typically, I overwrite the save since the last time I had it. That's typically how I do it. And then once you get in, you got to save it as a new park and then reload that new park. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. It'd be so much easier just to hop on in there, throw in the password, and go. You know? Be so much easier. All right. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. Right into the danger zone. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. I don't know why that song's just, it is in my head right now. Okay. Gotta flatten that out. I just kind of want the space coming across this building. I think it looks nice, so. And then we're just gonna throw in some mulch in here. And it will look pretty good. Did I watch Top Gun? No, I haven't. The funny thing is, I haven't even seen Top Gun. Like I told you, I don't get around to my movies very often. And my friends absolutely, like, murder me for it. Like, they drop their jaws, like, how have you not seen this movie? They do it all the time. It's funny. Nope. It's okay. I'm sure there's movies that they haven't seen that are popular too. You know? I'm sure of it. go here. That's the worst part, is trying to get all these edges done. Filling in the middle's easy. It's just going around the edges is what kind of sucks. Guess like the mulch pieces. So that's what we're going with. Guess love mulch. And again, it'll boost the Q-line scenery rating up, so. Because we want these rides to be very popular. As popular as you can get, so. Good thing, this back wall, I don't have to worry about it. I can just sink it right in. I don't have to worry too much about that. In fact, we're gonna go find the big one. Ooh. So we can just do the large one here. Gosh dang it. I hate it when it does. I hate that it brings down the menu too. Would you do that? See, it doesn't matter on the inside because it's all underground. So I can go as far in as I want. It's like it doesn't matter too much against this because it's just the inside of a building that doesn't matter too much. It's mostly the curves like these that we don't want coming through. And all we got left is to do these ones. This little curve here. And it will be done. We're finally almost into October, the final month. Almost, finally. Beautiful. Nice. Great. Nice. Beautiful. Great. Perfect. Nice. Beautiful. Great. Perfect. Incredible. Nice. Incredible. Perfect. Nice. Excellent. Yeah, that looks good. Double episode filming stream. Probably not today. There's some other stuff I want to get done, and I want to get this next episode out, so I need to get in and start editing it right away too, because I'm probably, when I'm done here, I'm probably going to go ahead and edit the episode so I can get it ready for to go live tomorrow, so I can get the episode up tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing a fence up against this too, of this wall. I think we've gotten a good amount of progress done today, though. I'm pretty satisfied with how much we've done so far. I think we might be able to finish everything by next episode. I'm hoping. I be hoping that. Alright, we're going to have a little seating area here for this restaurant. That I think will be nice. Make them blue. Do still need to get the little swing ride done too. It's coming together though. It is coming together. Slowly but surely. Because I am by far one of the slowest builders I know, at least. But it's looking good. Like, it's nice, big, wide open. I like it. Like I said, I do want to put a centerpiece of some sorts in here. Because there's just so much path there. Because really what we have left here to do is obviously the station needs to get finished up over here on the... we need to do obviously some more queue stuff with the ride. Get this building done. We got to do pretty much everything over here for the kid coaster. Balloons not too much. We've pretty much got most of it done. There's not really much more we need to do there. Teacups are good. This little ride right here is good. A few more details on this building. We need to finish that up. And some of that stuff won't take too long, so I think the longest part is going to be getting all this done for this coaster and everything. Really, I think we could finish tomorrow. Well, I could do the next episode tomorrow, but I think we could finish up by the next episode. Oh yeah, it has a little bit of Fireman's Landing in it, that's for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely does. Alright, we're gonna go over here, and I think before, let's try and get this ride done. Let's try and do this ride before we finish this episode. That way we have another aspect already done. I think that's what we're gonna do. Is try and finish this ride up. So let's get its fencing done. And it should be pretty quick because it's really small. Fence. See, I hate how it makes this disappear. We need the small one. We'll, of course, go with a white texture. White color. Copy you over a little bit, and we will make you your own scenery group. And it's time to place it on the other side. Like so. Select the other one. Turn off angle snap, and let's go. Should be pretty quick and easy. After this, we might start placing down a few height sticks and such as well. That's something else we can do. Alright, I think I'm going to manually finish up over here. Let's do this side. Start from this side. I'm going to manually do the rest of it here. We need to have a little opening here for our operator. Okay, let's move this up a little bit more perfectly. And I'm going to slightly rotate it this way so we have a little more space in that opening that we just made. Also have an entrance. I'm going to move the whole thing a little bit closer. Do something like that, and we'll go ahead and make this the exit as well. Make it our exit. Need our gate. That's our little exit gate. Alright, edit our fencing here. Boop, boop, and boop. And then have a gate over here for our entrance. Enter. There's that entrance. Okay. This queue is going to be so big for this ride. I mean, it's not big, but it's going to be like... That'll work though. It'll be fine. Alright, where are we at? October 19th. Alright, we're gonna go toolkit items. Size. We're gonna kind of use this strategically here. Since we don't have the height that I exactly want, we're going to recolor this. Yellow one is also going to be green, like that. And the top part is going to be red, because most, like at least the one at Fireman's Landing, there's a maximum height requirement. So you have to be between certain pieces there. So that's what we're going to do for that one. It's the small details. Small details that count. Start doing our height sticks. So our operator can measure kids on the rides as needed. We're just gonna mainly put the ones inside the dock on the little booths here, right next to the booths. Looking pretty nice. But yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna put the safety signs too. I haven't got to it just yet. I like these ones. So that one's a tame one. I'm gonna put a 2 on this one just because it is pretty with the spinning, you know. Yeah, this one's my favorite one. I like it better than these other ones. I think they look a little bit nicer. You got the coaster safety signs, but I like the looks of these ones a little bit better. I think they look a little bit more realistic, slightly, so. Okay, and then the coaster here, I think we're gonna have a 3. I think 3 is a good spot for this coaster. Maybe even could be 4, but I think 3 is pretty solid. Oh, I think I was gonna say Liberty Spin was gonna be the name of this ride. I think that's what I was thinking of. It just came to me finally. I think Liberty Spin was what I was thinking of for that one. These could move, but for now we're just gonna have them on there. Yeah, it's coming together. I think as long as we do a lot of work, put the work in, I think we can get this done by next episode. We can finally do the fine details. I think the main thing is we're going to do the station, a lot of the station for the kid coaster here. And then you finish up this building, finish up the pathing elements and stuff like that. Finish up the building for the spinning coaster. I don't think I'm going to do a transfer track for the spinning coaster. I feel like it probably wouldn't have one. I don't know if many of these types of coasters do, but we're not going to have a... we're just going to put a cover over the brake run or something like that. So when they're not. So it always runs 2 trains. That's basically how we're going to run that one. This one always just runs 1 train. Yeah, and that's basically all we have left to do. And then just, again, tidy up and really make the entrance look good and everything like that. So yeah. Oh, we're on March 2nd. Pause. See our side when it lowers in the station. Yeah, we don't have that option, so I might do like something small maybe. But you can see I have an angled track here. I mean, I could still transfer that over, but I don't really have any room to make a transfer track, really. Unless I made like a mini building going underneath here, like it transferred over here and goes backwards into like a really narrow, small building there. I mean, that's an option. I might do that. I might do a tiny, narrow building there. That might be an issue, or might be a thing. But, alright. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, because it's a long recording, man. Over 2.5 hours. Yeah, it probably doesn't really need one. You're probably right, but yeah, that's what we got left to do. I think we can finish up in the next one. I'm gonna have to still do a perimeter fence too. There's more stuff. Always ends up being more stuff than I think there is, but look at Wind Valley. It's grown up so fast. I knew I was gonna do, for the longest time, I know I've been wanting to do a kids area in this spot. Like a big area of some kind, so. Do you want to ride Forbidden Timbers? Let me save first. So we're near 55 now. Saving is such a chore sometimes, though. Man, Iron Rider looks so good, though. I did a good job with it, I think. I'm proud of that ride. Look at that structure. And it's so cool having a path going underneath, or going through it now. It's going to be so cool. And then you have Star Rush in the background, that B&M Hyper looking awesome. Forbidden Timbers is huge in the background. This park's got a good skyline. It really does. Very, very good skyline. There we go. On the right thing. Valley. Okay. I have been putting some thought into it. If I'm going to do another season or not of Wind Valley Park. I might make this the last season for now. For now. It could always come back. I will never throw out the possibility of it coming back. This could potentially be the finale of Wind Valley Park. For this season, once we get to episode 60. At least for now. It could potentially make a comeback at some point, but I want to focus on Windleverse. Because once I finish this season, we'll probably be getting close to Windleverse, hopefully. And then that's going to be a lot of content right there. Because this series is kind of like the series to Windleverse. It was kind of like almost like a testing ground, but not really, like it because it has that story driven to it. You would go year by year. It was kind of like the testing ground for it of what Windleverse is gonna evolve from this kind of. So once Windleverse is ready, this is gonna be kind of fading away a little bit. And like I said, I could always bring it back. Maybe I make a surprise, and once we get into modern day, maybe this park could be up for sale, and the highest bidder could use it in Windleverse. That would be kind of cool. I think that would be kind of an idea. Like, maybe this park goes up for sale in Windleverse, and then the highest bidder can bid for it, and then they could use it for their chain. That would be kind of a cool idea, but that would have to be a modern day, so it would have to be like once we get to modern day times, of obviously, with all the rides that are in it. That's an idea too. Imagine being the owner in your chain for Wind Valley Park. That would be something. You never know. You know? You never know. Alright. We got it saved now, so let's go check out Forbidden Timbers here. Hopefully it's open. It is. Hopefully it's not broken out. It looks like it just got up from a breakdown. Because nothing's moving. I think it just came back up from a breakdown. That's the thing about if you do challenge parks, like the breakdown rate is way too high. I feel like the rides break down too often. That's the only problem I don't like about Wind Valley right now is the rides break down a little bit too often. So I'm going to make a playlist with all the Windleverse videos from all the parks from the channels in chronological, or I should do that when I do it. I probably should do that as well. Because the way Windleverse episodes are going to work when we do it on the channel is it's basically going to just be park showcases each year. So, like, and it's not just going to be 1 year. Like, 1977, we're going to go through all the parks. 1978, we're going to go through all the parks again, you know, and see what's changed and updates for all the parks and such. It's going to be really cool. And you're only going to get first-person views. So, like, that's what's going to be cool. And then I'd love everyone to make, like, different commercials for their parks, you know, like classic commercials. That's something I'm going to be working on for Gold Rock, is they're going to have, like, some cheesy old school commercial. That's going to be really bad. You got to have the cheesy commercials with the charming music in the background, and it's got the really cheesy music. All right, here we go. Forbidden Timbers. One of the best rides in the park. This probably would be the best ride in the park. What's your ranking for the rides in this park? Like, which coaster's number one? I don't know. It could be Lightning Chaser. Lightning Chaser might be number one. It's not number one for Silas because it has trim brakes. I know that much. Forbidden Timbers is... I feel like Forbidden Timbers and Lightning Chaser... I don't know, then you have Iron Rider. So you got an incredible, insane RMC as well. So you already have, like... And then you have a B&M Hyper, like, that is pretty insane as well. This park's lineup is absolutely ridiculous. Like, if this park was real, it would be ridiculous. It'd be hard to create a list of the best rides in this park because they're all so incredible. Like, just the lineup that this park has is just stupid. It's kind of like one of those enthusiast dream parks. You know, it's hard to create. Hard to figure out which one's your favorites. Forbidden Timbers, 2 is Iron Rider, 3 is Lightning Chaser, 4 the Hyper Coaster, which is Star Rush. Really, like, it's got an incredible top 4. Maybe even top 5. You could probably say top 5 too, because Sea King's probably up there, or maybe even, I don't know. Heat Wave might be a good one too. It might be a nice floorless. But I could see Forbidden Timbers being a lot of people's number 1. I could see people saying Iron Rider could be number 1. I could see people saying Lightning Chaser could be number 1. I love Lightning Chaser. To me, it's incredible. Here we go. Whee. Yeah, I think I would definitely put a playlist together of all the Windleverse parks, because everything's going to get showcased. Now, after we do get this family area done, I think we'll have time for one more edition to round out this final season. And obviously, there's one area that we need to address, for sure. And that's where those old flat rides used to be. I mean, come on. The trims can't make this that bad. I mean, look at that. It already has insane pacing on it. Of course, the frame rate doesn't help. Yeah, we have about one area that we can still use to our advantage, and the trims don't slow it down that much. And look at that. That's still an incredible roll. Anyways, the last section that we have, area that we need to address is right here. Because as you can see, there's some good prime real estate right there. It can't be too crazy big, but we got some prime real estate right here, where 2 flat rides used to be. So I still am undecided what I'm going to put here, but this will probably be the final edition for this season. Whatever is going to take this spot. Enough space for a strata? Yeah, totally. You know the how big the acceleration would have to be? Bro, if we wanted to do a strata coaster, you know how hard it would be to find the space for it? You would have to really kind of be super creative to create space for that. I mean, you could make it happen, but... Vertical lift hill. Yeah, I think this is the last spot we really have to address before we really kind of say the park's done for now. Because obviously this area had to get done. And I'm very, like I said, I'm undecided what I want to do with this spot. So I need to start figuring out and start planning it out soon, because this is going to be our next spot that we're going to be looking at, because it's been kind of sitting vacant for quite some time. And these construction walls have just been up here when no construction's really happened. They kind of just removed those 2 rides. And they're still in the park. They just got relocated, so... Because the chair swing's now over here. Trying to spice up this side of the park, because there's not a whole lot on this side of the park. So we've been trying to add a few things here and there to attract people to come around this way. But there's not like a major ride here, and I think that's the main reason why. The only way we could add a major ride over here is to probably remove Thunder Jolt, but I really don't want to remove Thunder Jolt because it's that classic wood coaster that's still in the park. It was the park's first coaster ever, so... I mean, that would be some good prime real estate if we were to remove it. But I don't think it would be, because it's such a fan favorite, and it has a special place in my heart too, because, whoops, sorry, because it was the first coaster in the park, and I don't know, something about it that I wouldn't want to get rid of it. It was hard enough to remove Stormbreaker. But man, Lightning Chaser turned out alright, I think. I do like what I did here, where like the front of the train kind of slightly goes into the station. I thought that was kind of clever, because I put like an extra piece out here, but made it part of the station. Which is very like Powder Keg remnant, because Powder Keg kind of does that at Sword Art City. I remember squeezing in Sea King in here. So I always had that vision, like, man, if I was to redo that area, I feel like a dive coaster would look great at because you'd see it from the entrance and goes over the water. It's not like huge or anything. It's not over 200 feet like like a lot of dive coasters, but it turned out alright. but really compact and had to really fit it into a tight space. But it worked. It was a challenge, though. It was a challenge. I'm trying to think, like, if I was to do another major coaster, where I would even put it. We would have to go into backstage areas here. Oh, I forgot I still had this ride in storage. Timber Flip. I forgot we took that out. That's another ride that could potentially make a return somewhere. It was necessary to get in Forbidden Timbers in here. In the forest area. Behind Iron Rider, I'm like over here is the only spot I could think of. It's nighttime. Oh, the fireworks are going off. Yay. Oh, there's Starflyer. Oh, you mean like over here? Or back behind? Or back over here? I mean, there is some space back there, but it would be kind of hard the way I've got the path working. Get some cool views here. Oh, there's the finale. Oh yeah, I forgot I added that 50. Iron Rider is so menacing. Wah, 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 wah. Iron Rider POV. As long as it doesn't break down. It likes to do that, you know. That's one thing I'd like to see in Planet Coaster 2, where coasters can break down like on the lift hill and like evacs have to happen. That would be kind of cool. Where guests can get stuck on the lift. Or something like that. Because that doesn't happen in this game. Only time the ride stops on the lift hill is for block sections. Or block zones. Wish I would have smoothed this spot out there a little bit more, because it kind of whips you under a little bit too aggressively, and it's not super... Not a great transition, but... For some reason I never changed it. It's like the rough frame rates makes it look a lot rougher too. And the pacing on this ride is insane. It's got some pretty insane pacing. It is a hyper hybrid, so over 200 feet. Iron Rider. The wildest coaster at Wind Valley Park. That would have been like commercial, I don't know. Can't forget about Star Rush. Perfect, right at the top of the lift. Nice B&M Hyper that goes underground slightly. And over the entrance. And then the reverse treble clef. It's like it's got the treble clef, but it's going the other direction than what Fury's does. Your time is strong with this one. Oh yeah, our mid-course doesn't slow down our rides, by the way. No chance. Reach for the stars. But whatever we put in that one spot, I'm thinking about making kind of space themed, because this has kind of become more of our space themed section more than anything. Because we got this Starflyer, and then this could be part of that theme as well. So whatever goes right here. Then you kind of have a trio of space themed rides. And then there's the whirly rig. It's supposed to be part of the Wind Valley Cove, so. Like, this is the star area. The space area. And then Wind Valley Cove goes from here all the way over here. It's kind of like this long stretch here. And then you have the western area. That's right, on the outskirts here. Then we're going to have our new American Dreamland right there. And then we have the storm area, which is kind of ranges from Heat Wave here, going through here, up to the entrance area, and then right before the forest, Wind Valley Forest area. Then you have the classic areas, which is what it's kind of called. Wind Valley Classic. Outlaw Valley. What, did we actually name it? I think it's just called Outlaw Country. That's why that's there. I don't know if I really gave it a name, but I just put Outlaw Country. Welcome to Outlaw Country. Outlaw Roundup. Outlaw Valley to keep it consistent. Yeah, because I think the storm section's called Storm Valley. Pretty sure. Yeah. Storm Valley. Then Wind Valley Forest. And then you could do Classic Valley. I don't know. Wind Valley Cove. Space Valley. Star Valley. Star Valley sounds good. A lot better. Really makes me wonder what should I do for this last ride in Star Valley. I think Star Valley sounds the best. Intamin reverse freefall. Fireworks are probably gonna go off soon. Let's see, what could we fit in this if we did a coaster? I don't know if I don't know yet what this is gonna be. If it's gonna be a coaster or something else. We gotta start thinking about it though. That's for sure. Totally enough room for reverse free fall. Let's see. If you say so. Let's try it. That looks plausible. Right? Probably wouldn't be very tall though. It would work with the theme though if you did do like a a ride like this. It didn't go very far. I don't think the excitement's going to be very high. Best ride ever. Max speed of 37 miles per hour. We could totally fit a Strata in here, right? That would be a perfect fit. A 300-foot Strata. Look at that. That wouldn't be clearance issues right there, would it? Actually, I don't think it is. I think that would actually fit right there. That's crazy. Clearance-wise, that'd be okay. I mean, this wouldn't be, obviously, but like, how did that just fit right in there? This support right here would be in the way. You would have to restructure that, and probably this support too, but But, like, you could thread that in there. If you really wanted to. Just saying. It's perfect. See how far we're going. It would have to be tiny, though. If we did do something like this, it would have to be like stealth or accelerator. Oh, it didn't make it. I thought it was going to, though. Target speed's already at 130 miles an hour. And the acceleration's at 20. What the heck? I don't think we can speed it up anymore. I should have just been right next to the entrance. The only way I could think about making it get over would be turn down the friction. I don't even know if that would work. It might. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Alright, now we're going for a ride. Well, don't you hit an autosave with me? We're at the 3-hour mark of streaming, so it's probably coming up. Another autosave. Trees are going to help stop it. What are the results? Not too bad. Max speed of 94 miles an hour. You could put like a full-on strata back here if you really wanted to. Like all the way back here. Be part of the kids section. More realistic with the times you could add else and friends. You could make it work. Yeah, they don't do the hydraulic launch anymore, but you actually could make it work. You just have to do some custom supports and stuff. Because Red Force is kind of more resembles track-wise. Would resemble more like, oh, where is it? This one, I think. Like the prototype wing. So if you did this, as long as you have the mod, you can do linear synchronous motors. And then you'd use this track, of course. So you could make it work. But you just have to retrace the track, of course. I don't know if it's on the Strata version as well. It should be, because it usually adds lifts and launches to everything. So there should be an LSM launch on this too. I think. Yeah, they do. Yeah, see, you have the LSM on this one as well, if you really wanted to. So we could go 122 miles an hour, because why not? I don't know how long it will take to get to there. Just launch it into space. Where's it at? Oh, it's way over here. It's like I can't find it. It's not realistic how this flows through here though. Unfortunately, but there's the twisty turny section. Oh, beautiful. I could probably made it even taller if I wanted to. Air time, and then you hit the brakes. There's your strata. Slow down, slow down. There it goes. I'm not gonna spend the time on retracing that, of course, because this isn't. That would take a minute. Super tall strata LSM launch coaster located at Wind Valley Park 1. Whee! Probably would smooth that out a little more. If I was to do one though, I'd probably create the tower myself, because the end game ones isn't very accurate. In real life, that's a really small hill compared to like Kingdika. Because if you look up here, this is all just straight. The real ones kind of have like angled track, so it gets wider as it gets closer to the tower, and then more narrow at the end at the brake runs and stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense what I'm trying to say, but but if you know what I mean, like it's not just straight in real life. It's actually angled out, comes up, and then gets narrower as it's closer to the station. If that makes sense. So like if you look over King Dakar or Top Tail Dragster, they get wider as it gets closer, and then it's kind of at an angle. Again, I don't know if that makes sense. Let me see if I could draw that. Really, it would be easier to draw from the back if you... So for instance, instead of going 90 degrees here, we would go... It would be, let's say 87. So you're not perfectly aligned here, if that makes sense. So as you go further down this way, the wider the track gets. That's how the real ones are. The track actually gets wider as you go. That's how the real rides are. I was like, I probably went a little bit too wide because that's probably a little bit too much. Maybe not by much, but a little bit. But yeah, that's how the real ones are. So that's how I would do it. And the end game, like tower, like it's just unrealistic. It doesn't flow well. You have to go straight up and then you turn at the end. Like that's not how they are in real life either. So that's also kind of inaccurate as well. But all right, I think I'm gonna head out here for now. I want to get this video edited, and I might do a everyone stream later on. Maybe today, maybe not. I'm not sure. Depends on my time frame here. I mean, it's already almost 4, so geez. So, Coaster Gnome, thanks for joining. You're the only one that joined live, because obviously it's a member stream, and no one else is allowed, I guess, unless they're members, so. Of course, it'll be released to everyone shortly after, so. But thanks so much for watching. If you're watching this later on, thank you so much for watching. Coaster Gnome, thank you for watching live. And I will see you guys next time. So we'll see you then. So have a great day and even cooler tomorrow. Thanks. And goodbye. Bye.